Hello, everyone. You might be thinking, Jamie, man, you look like shit. Yeah, I feel like it too. I just want to do this little video, let you know where I'm at, what's going on with me, and that I had a surgery 2 times, double surgery. I had a surgery before the surgery that never happened. I just wanted to talk about this. What is it called? Diluted. Something like that. Diluted is the pain medication or something they give you, whatever it is for the surgery. Diluted, I think it is. Man, let me explain something to you. Before I even had the surgery, I had the surgery. And I knew, I was told in that first surgery that never really happened, that it's going to be a bad surgery. But I don't understand why. Why couldn't I just go through the one? You know what I mean? The one surgery. So long story short, last Sunday, today's Memorial Day. So I got no dates. I got nothing for you. I'm a mess. But last Sunday, I was real sick. So I was guided to a Catholic hospital. So I go to this hospital, right? It's a mess. They got no help. You know, the emergency room is full. They take me in there right away. They know I'm messed up. They don't really know what it is, but so they put the IV right in my hand before I even go into the back. I didn't realize that, I'm gonna be in that waiting room for a whole day. I had no clue how bad it was there. But there was a lot of people in there. There was a lot of sick people that were there way before me. I saw people that came after me go in before me. I mean, I don't know their condition, but all I can tell you about me is I just laid there in pain and I didn't know what was going on. I thought it had something to do with my gallbladder. I had gallstones or whatever, something. That's all I could think of, is that was the problem. So I guess that day finally goes by. I kind of remember going into the back, but before that, I was out in the emergency room with all the other people that were there longer than me, some of them longer than me, some of them shorter than me. And I'm the only one laying in this chair that's soaking wet. I'm sweating. And finally, one of the nurses came over and he said, "Man, are you soaked right now? Are you sweating like that?" I said, "Yeah." And I said to him, "Is it hot?" He says, "No, it's not hot. You shouldn't be sweating like that." That's when they took me in the back. That's like a day, maybe a day and a half. In that day and a half, what is it, a premonition? Is it from the pain medication? I don't know. But I went on a journey. Let me tell you, I went on a journey. I went through a horrible, horrible surgery just to let me know that it was going to be a horrible, horrible surgery. And I remember it was terrible, and I cringed at the fact that I was going to have that surgery. It didn't matter. The next thing I know, I'm in the basement of this hospital, the ground floor, the basement, whatever it was, wherever they do their surgeries. And I remember the surgeon standing in front of me, talking to me, telling me, "We're going to get you in there," this and that. And apparently another day went by before the surgery. I think it was Tuesday I finally got in there for the surgery. And apparently it was bad. Apparently my gallbladder was so infected that I almost needed a blood transfusion. So what happened was I have a hernia. Okay, 10 years ago, no, not 10, it's more than that. Back in 2010, I had the hernia surgery done. I had the weird blotch above my belly button that was sticking out and it was getting painful. Go to the doctor, he schedules you with a surgeon. They told me, "Oh, you got to have that fixed. We're going to do the patch." And I said, I've been hearing for the past 5 years, the patch is no good. Why are you going to do the patch? The mesh, apparently it fails. They said, "Oh, no, it's better now." So they do it. All right, that was a terrible surgery. I remember the pain from that one. So anyway, Now it's different. The hernia dropped down, if you know what I'm talking about, into the groin. Something you don't want to happen. So that happened. So here I am. I'm in front of this surgeon, and he seems to me the one that you need. You know, you can't just go anywhere and have this kind of stuff done. You know what I mean? You need somebody where an emergency is going to punch him in the face, and he's just going to be able to handle it. You understand? He's not going to run. He's not going to get scared. He's not going to think, who am I going to call to help? He can handle it himself. And that's what I gather from this surgeon. So right away, he wants to do both. He wants to do the hernia and he wants to do the gallbladder at the same time. The gallbladder was so bad, you know, I could have died right there, he said. So he had to put off the hernia. But they did a few things while they were in there taking the gallbladder out. They did some prep work for the hernia surgery, which is now affecting me even worse. I'll talk about that in a bit. But anyway, I just remember waking up. Okay, I woke up, I guess it was after the surgery, and the surgeon's there, and he's in my face. He's all upset. I don't know if he's mad at me, he's mad at somebody else. He's very angry. He said that gallbladder it was basically the end of him. You know what I mean? Like, I've been on jobs, I do construction work, I've been on jobs I thought were going to end me. So I can understand where he's coming from. We were both speaking the same language, even though I wasn't talking. I understood fully what he was saying. I was in terrible shape. I was on my way out and didn't realize it, you know. I felt the sickness, you know. You can always tell something's going on with you because you slow down. You can't move as fast. It's not always that you're going to be out of breath or something like that, but you'll slow down. You know, you won't have the energy to do something. You know, when you know you could work a full day and then go do some side work and make some extra money, you can no longer do that. You know what I mean? The end of your day is the end of your day. You're going home and that's it. So, where am I at now? I might have to pause this for a minute and then start up again. I got to catch my bearings. Yeah, so it's not diluted. I don't know where I got that from. It's dilaudid. Dilaudid. Oh, man, that stuff. Sheesh. So, I don't want to make this too long. I know people don't like watching it, but, you know, if it's too long, they'll just skip through it and miss everything. I'm trying my best here, man. I'm in really bad shape. So apparently that hernia that dropped, that all happened before this. So I'm not blaming anybody for that. That's on me, I guess. You know what I mean? So that caused me some problems when you have that groin hernia. But now, after the surgery, the groin is 5 times what it should be. That's a whole nother problem. You understand? You can't do anything. You can't move. You can't sleep. You can't sit. You can't lay. I mean, I don't even know how I'm laying here doing this right now. I'm in such bad shape. I got to get up. I got to move around. Try not to get blood clots. You know, you got to keep it moving. But then you got to sit down. So the other problem with me is diabetes. So apparently, I mean, I've heard back in the past, you know, different doctors say things. You're pre-diabetic, whatever it was. Let me tell you something, man. If somebody tells you that, I mean, listen, I don't want to be a hypocrite. You know what I mean? I was told I did nothing. You know what I mean? But now I'm starting to understand. I mean, I'm in really bad shape. I don't know if you can see on my face, you know, but my skin looks a lot whiter after that gallbladder came out. I mean, my skin's been in bad shape. I got all kinds of red blotches. I had doctors tell me, oh, you know, because I get it on my legs and my ankles, and doctors tell you, oh, well, that's the work you do. You're on your feet for 10, 12 hours a day straight, and you're not moving. You know, the kind of work I did, I would hang off of buildings, you know, 20-story building. You're on a pick, a swing, we call it. It might be 50 foot wide. You know, you got your little 25 feet, and your partner's got his 25 feet. but you're not doing a lot of moving. You're standing, you're pointing, you're brick pointing, you're coating buildings, you're painting them, with these heavy coatings, but you're doing a lot of standing, and that's not good. That takes a toll on you over the years. So they would tell me, oh, that's what the blotches are, something about that. It's the iron in your blood. It comes out, and the circulation isn't good, and it stains the skin. They're like, oh, basically it's just tattoos. So again, like I said to you, we can't just go to any doctors. You know what I mean? A lot of these doctors, they try to act like they're joking with you and stuff like that. But now that I think of it, some of them have said some stupid things to me. You know what I mean? Even though they were joking. That's all. You should have figured out I got problems with these red blotches everywhere. But it's just not what happens. And the way I look at it, I really don't want to get into all this right now, but I got to say it. Parents tell their kids, little Jimmy, you could be anything you want to be. No, little Jimmy, you're going to need some kind of talent, bud. You got to figure out your talent, and you got to stick with that. You can't be what you want to be. It's not how it works. So you got a clean record, right? You want to go be a police officer. Okay. 5 years down the road, you're now arrested. You know how many police officers are being arrested? Come on, you know what I mean? Just because at that moment you could be something doesn't mean that's what you need to be. We all see what's going on in the world. I mean, it's a mess in every field. And that includes doctors. We got to be careful who we go to. I notice a lot of doctors are salesmen. All they're worried about is pushing some kind of pills on you. You know what I mean? They're all salesmen. I've had them. I remember way back I had heartburn. I went to see this doctor. This doctor was 350 pounds. He comes walking in the room telling me I need to lose weight, right? He's out of breath just walking into the room. I'm thinking to myself, wow, bud, you can't even walk into the room without losing your breath, and you're telling me to lose weight? So long story short, he told me I'd be on Nexium for the rest of my life. I'm in such bad shape with the heartburn, I'll be on Nexium for the rest of my life. Well, within about 5-6 years after he said that to me and I was taking that, it was all figured out what my problem was. Eating big meals. You can't eat big meals. The meals are too big, producing too much acid. And if you're going to eat them big meals, you got to eat them the same amount, the same time every day, because the body's like a clock. It's going to want to produce that acid, whether you're eating the food or not. It's programmed from yesterday. You had the big meal yesterday. We're going to do it today. Well, no, if you didn't eat that meal, then guess what? You're getting acid reflux, bud. And that's the reason why I'm saying that is because I tested. I switched to just small meals. And ever since I switched to small meals, the acid reflux totally went away. So, yeah, I know that works. Man, I'm getting off. I'm getting off course here. It's probably the Dilaudid. Dilaudid. I mean, here I am. This is Memorial Day. So what is this, Monday? So this is like, we'll say 5 or 6 days after the surgery, because I think I spent 2 in the emergency room and just, you know what I mean? It was a mess. But how am I going to end this video? Oh, man, I don't even know how to end this. So I got to wait now, I guess. I heard it could take a couple of weeks before I can have the hernia surgery, or I might be able to do it in a, shorter than that. It might be longer than that. I'm hoping that he can get me in there sooner, because this isn't just some regular stuff here. I'm like 5 times the size right now. You know what I mean? I'm mangled here. I can't do anything. So, I don't know if anybody wants any updates on this, but I just want to let you know where I'm at. What's been going on with me. I've been seeing a lot of comments on different YouTube videos, but I'll be honest, I can't even see the comments. I got to squint like crazy to try to read them. Again, is it dilaudid, whatever that stuff is called? Is it that? My vision's been affected. It's like if I try to look at a YouTube video, it's like the right top corner will start glitching out. You know what I mean? And even if I turn away from the phone and just look at a black wall, it's still doing it. So that's not the phone. That's obviously something going on with me. So Yeah, I just wanted, I don't know, man. I don't understand the second. Why did I go through it twice? And why did the first one feel like it actually happened, but like a while ago? You know what I mean? It all had to happen within 2 days. You know what I mean? But why? Anybody ever going through something like this? I mean, I don't know what else to say.